How Syed moved past his insecurities of looking different.
So I think for me, I was always incredibly self-conscious, especially in middle school and high school, where all you want to do is fit in. Especially in high school, when I started noticing that people of the opposite gender actually exist. Like wanting to, not be associated with having a disability or being blind, etc. This is something that I always found really stressful. Just always incredibly self-conscious. And I think actually my transition from using, my vision to do everything to now using a combination of visual and non-visual techniques really helped out because, there's a huge difference between me now when I used to use Zoom over on my iPhone to read my text messages and like type out responses where I had like my phone all the way up to my face and like touching my nose almost, compared to now I use voiceover. So I can just keep my phone like in my lap just like everybody else and just have one earbud in. I can read everything that's on my phone, etc. Same thing with my laptop. I always used to think, oh man, I'll never use a cane. I would never be comfortable with using a cane. And so many of them are like so bulky and not sleek looking. But the one I have, like this straight white cane from the NFBs, made from fiberglass, and it's just really sleek, and I love the way it looks. And also, I think I feel so much more confident being able to walk into like a Panera Bread or something and being like, hey, can you read me what the menu is up on the wall? And them seeing my cane and thinking, oh, okay, like it's totally cool, and they read it out loud to me. Compared to before, I would walk in and be like, hey, can you tell me what the menu is? And they just give you kind of a weird look, and then you feel really self-conscious too, but they don't know that you're blind, and you don't want to like announce it just because it feels really awkward. So the great thing with having your cane is that like that conversation is already done and over with the second it's in your hand. So I think that really, really, really helped. And then also there's also a certain amount of like philosophical / emotional transition that I think is really important for blind students, whether they get it from training or just kind of like learning it through life lessons. There's a certain point at which where this isn't even just a blindness thing, where you kind of have to do what works for you and not care what the rest of the world thinks, just because the world is always going to have their own opinions, and like you're never really going to be able to achieve success if you keep on judging yourself based upon others' perspectives of you. So.